come and say something. I wanna hear your voice.
All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me, all the eyes are all on me.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Mr. Fox, back in the house, and you know how this is. This is the reaction to Unordinary, Chapter 113, Episode 111, whatever flows your boat, whatever gets you by. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do this. Quick breakdown of last week, then we jump straight into this week. So, last week, we pick up with Eason, Remy, and Blake. They're talking about what they did when Remy dressed up as X-Ray and saved all those people. There's an article written about her, but Eason points out that it's, poorly written, and the picture that they got for the article is, poor. And he's like, and Remy's excited about it. She's like, we're doing good, and Eason's like, this is terrible. He's like, I get more people to read my stuff, and I'm on the school newspaper. He's like, he was like, we can do way better. And Eason, Remy and Blake are like, how? Eason gets the bright idea to, like, they find a new target that they find a new target. When I say target, I mean someone that they're gonna help, because the whole point of doing this is to get Ember's attention. And if no one's really reading your article because it's written poorly and there's like terrible quality photos, then they're not gonna really pay attention to you. But Eason says he can get like 500 plus views on it, which I don't know if that's good. I don't know how, their social media statuses are or whatever, but he says he can do it better. Because he's going to film it. He's going to film the whole thing, and then he's going to post it to every news media outlet that he can find. And then, so that's what they're up to. Then we cut over to Serafina and John. They're up on the rooftop. Serafina wants John to train her in hand-to-hand combat because she doesn't have her powers anymore, and she wants to at least be able to defend herself until someone can come help, or I don't know, I guess just leave her alone. And that part last week was just a joy to me, seeing John and Serafina just have, I call it quality time. I guess you can call it something else. I can't think of the word right now, but it did my heart some real joy to see him, because John's smiling. He's not cheesing like an idiot the whole time, but he's smiling, and it makes me happy seeing that. So that was last week. John showed her like one quick maneuver. He showed it to her. She's like, oh, it's pretty fast, and he tells her to try. So that's where last week ends. So, like I said, that was last week's recap. So now jumping back into this week's chapter, we picked straight off where John left off. We left off with John saying, okay, Sarah, now it's your turn. And it's pretty much, exactly where it picks up off from. So Serafina tries to, John swings at Serafina, and she dodges instinctively, but she doesn't follow up. And she states that she's still not used to being like this slow, because her ability was, I don't remember if it was, I know it slowed down time, but I can't remember if it slowed down time around herself only, or she could slow time like normally, but not for like a long period of time. But yeah, she pretty much states, she's like, I'm not used to being this slow, I'm sorry. And then John tells her, it's okay, it's fine. He took me like a few hundred reps before I can just do it, because he said it's supposed, because at the end of the day, he said it's supposed to be like reflexive. You're not even supposed to really just think about it. You're supposed to just block, parry, counter without even having to think. Just muscle memory, pretty much. So that's how it goes. And then right after that, some random guy, we've never seen, tells him to get off the roof. And my instinct was like, who are you? And why can't we be on the roof? Like, you came out of the blue. It ain't like we disturbed you napping or something, or we're causing a commotion for your buddies or whatnot. But John instantly, like you can tell John is in go mode now. Like, anybody that causes problems right now, I don't know how many chapters it's gonna last, but it's gonna get it. But he's, Serafina's like, no, okay, let's go, And as they're walking off the roof, John shoots this dude like the most evil look later, like, I will see you tonight and I'm gonna beat the brakes off you, son. And I'm like, I just wanted John to not floor him, but just hit him and just like there's a lot more where that came from. Cause he dude looked like not a low tier, but he didn't look like nothing special. Like his ability would have been like enhanced muscles or something. I don't know, something basic and easy to counter. But yeah, so they're walking away, and they just go back inside and just are in the hallway talking. And Serafina says that she's gonna go back to class, and John's like, "That's uncharacteristic of you." And she states that she's like, "I'd rather be in a safe zone with some supervision than out in the hallway where it's pretty much lawlessness and corruption and depravity out here." And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I mean, even if she would learn that move, I mean, it's gonna be a little while before you can just apply that in actual combat. But I'm pretty sure she'll pick it up quick. So yeah, and then also, I don't know her name. I'm gonna put her name. I'm gonna put like her picture in. I'm gonna try and find her on the wiki or something. Like the green hair girl, I call her Green Chun. She walks by, and that's when John has a flashback of when they're back in the infirmary, that Serafina said that someone pushed her down the steps, and she had green hair and buns. And John, and when John's really about to beat someone down, his speech bubbles turn black or charcoal gray. I don't know. You can tell me in the comments. So he's like, so it was you. After that, while he's looking at it, he's lost in thought. And Serafina's like, "Hey, are you coming?" And he's like, "No, I got to go to the infirmary and check on my hands, because I beat the tar out of Zeke. It was so glorious." But she obviously doesn't know that. But yeah, he's like, "I want to go to the infirmary. My hands feel a little stiff after the training and all that." And she's like, "Huh?" She's like, and then she asks like, "Why? How do you get into so many fights?" And then he dodges it. He's like, "You should have seen the other guy." Oh, we saw. And Tuesday took care of business. But after that, Serafina's like, okay, so she's like, I'm heading to class. And then we cut to, I'm going to keep calling her green haired Chun-Li. I'm just going to say Chun-Li for short. But we'll see how long this keeps going. But we cut to Chun-Li and her friend talking. They're just talking about, not gossip, but they're just talking. The Chun-Li has free period. The other girl has to take an English test or a history test. I don't really know. It's not that big of a deal. And and they're like, okay, yeah. So the brown haired girl's like, I'm gonna go take a test. I'm gonna take this test. See you later. Bye. Chun-Li starts walking in the hallway, scrolling on the phone. And then I was not expecting this, and it's so glorious. We get a return of an epic character, and it's quick. I think it's only been maybe 3 or 4 chapters since he was introduced, and he's back already. As Chun-Li is scrolling on her phone on the hallway, probably checking the news and whatnot, or the latest gossip. I hope there's a website called gossip.com. I'm gonna look that up. I bet you there's a website like that in real life. But anyway, yeah, she's scrolling on the web, and then we see who I thought was John about to, he about to bring the hammer down on her. And then, but as it shows them, cock him back, we see it's none other than Tuesday. Tuesday is back in the house. Well, actually, his mask doesn't say Tuesday anymore because it's not Zeke's lunch bag. But now it's just a regular paper bag with eye holes cut out. And I'm like, nope, I'm calling him Tuesday. And I wish he would have wrote the word Tuesday on the bag, but that wouldn't have made any sense in the context of the story. But it would have made me happy. I'm still happy now. So yeah, but this girl, I gotta say one thing about all these people in these schools. You can tell that they have had their abilities so long to the point where it's not. I bet you it's probably like a quick, not even something they think about, because she immediately activates her ability. I don't know what her ability is. I can't remember. I will find out on the wiki if it's even there, and put her name, her actual name, and her stats up, in the corner somewhere, right there maybe, or right there, or right here. Who knows? But yeah, that's where the chapter ends. So next chapter, I'm hoping we see Tuesday taking out more garbage. More garbage. Because the school is filthy and it needs to be cleaned up. And it's a dirty job. But Tuesday, he's got to do it. He's got to do it. But that's all I got for this week's chapter. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy seeing John and Seraphina together. It makes me hard. Nothing from Arlo, nothing from Eason's group or anything like that. So we'll probably cut into that a little bit next chapter. But I'm hoping it's just like when Tuesday beat up Zeke and the chapter is just full of blood. Well, not blood. I feel terrible saying that he's about to beat up a girl, but she deserves it. You pushed the queen down the steps for a story that shouldn't have been published in the first place. So no mercy. But like I said, that's all I got for this chapter. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. And do all that stuff that I normally tell you to do. Subscribe, like, hit the bell, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. All that's in the description below. So with that being said, it's your boy Fox.